Okay, here we go, starting the second game of Oshawa Hockey Fest. Telford in to take the draw for the Flyers. Sting win it. Cleared to the far boards in their zone. Andrade giving chase behind the net. Ottawa spins, comes at the far side. Ottawa passes it up to the Flyers' blue line. They'll drag it into the zone. Behind the Flyers' net. Tried to throw it out front, blocked in front by the Flyers. Steered towards the net. Way gets a stick on it. To Telford. Back to Way. Way gets it to center ice. Mass chips it up to center ice. Chipped into the zone by Andrade. Sting turned it around. Back in the Flyers zone. Lunny with a good stick check. Thrown towards the net. Weak shot. Doesn't get all of it. Blocked in front. Ottawa sending it to the far corner. Mass and Andrade. Andrade throws it out front to Way. Way off the near boards for Lunny, just out of his reach. And looks like Ottawa's going to the box. Bench minor. Unsportsmanlike. Flyers get the first power play of the game. Darling's in to take the draw. Won by the Sting to the far corner, off the boards to the blue line. Kept in by Jeffrey Stedman. He'll dump that back in behind the Sting goal line. Reverse to the far corner. Through center ice, down the length. Sloan, he'll get there first. Spins in the corner, gets it up to the blue line. Kept in by the Sting. Puck comes out, shot from outside the zone. Dittman makes the save, steers it behind his net for Sloan. Sloan up to the half boards, Guglietti just behind him. Sting get a piece of it and drive it into the far corner. Played behind the net, Guglietti's there to pick it up. To DeCamillis. DeCamillis makes a move at the Flyers blue line in through center ice. Hits the brakes over the blue line, sends it into Guglietti and the skates, not sure where it is. Played up to the blue line, kept in by Jeffrey Stedman. He'll throw it on net. Hops over Darling's stick. Guglietti with a good backhand. Blocker save. Darling in the near corner. Throws it out front. Tipped by DeCamillis. Loose puck. Cleared out of the way by the Sting defender. Played along the far boards. To center ice and in, heading into the Flyer zone. DeCamillis gets away with one there. And O'Shea. DeCamillis picks up the puck, sends it across to Ambrosio. Ambrosio with the shot, tipped high over the net. DeCamillis missed on his rebound. Nickel to O'Shea at the blue line. O'Shea dumps it back in behind for DeCamillis. He gets hammered hard from behind, no call. He's all right. Nickel to the point. Thrown in just behind Ambrosio. Sting come up with it, fire it down the length of the ice again. That'll just about do it for the Flyers penalty, or power play. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. O'Shea on his man. Sting fired around behind the Flyers net. Picked up by Ambrosio. He'll skate it up, just out of the reach of Felix, and that'll go for icing. .6:38 to go in the first period. Ambrosio steps in to take the draw. He'll win it to Nickel. Nickel back to Mass, off the boards. In the feet of Ambrosio, he'll get it out of the blue line. Through center ice. Lost it in his feet. Good stick there. Felix punches it over the blue line. He'll come up with it. Skates over to the far side. Chips it into the corner. Felix gets there first, throws it out front. Onto the Sting player. Way steps in, keeps it in the zone, but second effort comes out. Backhand by Mass, gets it back in the Sting zone. Felix stops his man at the blue line. Nickel to Felix. Felix skating through neutral ice. Last second move at the blue line, just lost it. Cleared out by the Sting. And Ambrosio in just offside. Felix didn't have a chance to get out. 5:43 to go in the first period. Telford back in for the draw. He'll win it to the near boards to Lunny. Lunny chips it in over the blue line. Skates it down the wing. Takes it deep, throws it out front. Just out of the reach of Andrade. Jeffrey Stedman pinches, keeps it in, gets bumped. Sting's second effort cleared out of their zone. Andrade, backhand picked off by the Sting. They'll bring it into the Flyer zone. Partial break. Weak backhand. Glove down by Dittman. Telford back in for the draw. Looks like the Sting are changing. Yep. Telford won the draw to the near board. Sorry, the Sting won the draw to the far boards. Back to the point. He spins. Decides to take it in deep. Chips it behind the Flyers' net. Cleared out by Telford. Andrade wasn't sure where it went. Picked up by the Sting. Back to the point. He'll wind up. Shot. Saved by Tittman. Rebound. Brought behind the Flyers' net. To the corner. Chipped off the boards by Lunny. Just not enough to get out of the zone. Thrown out front. Sting centering. Andrade picks up that puck, gets it to Lunny, skates, and just out the zone. Sting, turn it around, tried to bring it back in. Good stick by Telford, in over the blue line. Reaching for it, shot, wide of the net, tipped wide. Darling behind the net. Gets it to Guglietti. He'll try to send it back across for Telford, but intercepted by the Sting. Sting skated up the far wing, over center ice, and dump it into the Flyers' end. O'Shea, he'll get there first. Send it out the far corner to the blue line, no further. Shot missed. That puck will come out of the zone. Guglietti giving chase. Sting fired back in. That's just on the wrong side of the center ice. Face off back in the Sting zone. Just under 4 minutes to go in the period. Darling steps in to take the draw. Won by the Sting. Played behind their net. Near side. Stopped at center ice by O'Shea, and then his jump-in pass gets blocked by the Sting. Darling sends it to the far boards, to the blue line and out. Oh, Guglietti goes into the boards hard. He's up. He feels it. Flyers are back at the power play. 2 minutes for body contact. Ambrosio steps in to take the draw for the Flyers. He'll win it to Nickel. Nickel back to Mass at the point. Mass across the way. Way with the shot, blocked in front. Rebound comes out to the near corner. Sting, fire it, center ice, just off of Way's glove. Mass will give chase. Off the boards, up to Ambrosio. He gets pinned at the blue line. Good stick by Felix to get it into the Sting zone. Felix in the far corner, spins, walks out, shot, scores! Flyers goal scored by number 88, James Felix. Ambrosio wins the draw, and he'll pick up that loose puck at center ice. Chip it off the far boards to the corner. Sting get there first. Felix tries to battle, just lost a hold of it. Sting up to their blue line. They'll skate it out through neutral ice. Off the boards around Way to the near corner. Sting battling along the boards. Ambrosio gets a piece of it. Sting with the puck. Cleared out. Nickel. Nickel sends it through center ice to Felix. He's got all kinds of pressure. He'll get bumped. Puck's in the zone. Cleared out by the Sting. Flyers got to clear. They're offside. Sting with a little bit of time in their end. Played up to the blue line and out. Sloan to Ambrosio. Ambrosio played off the near boards. Then lifted into the zone. Just stopped at the blue line. That dump-in attempt hit Ambrosio, but no offside there. Sting out through center ice. In over the blue line. Splits the defense. Shot. Wide of the net. Rebound comes out the far side to Telford. He'll get pinched. Sting back to the blue line. Hops over a stick, and that'll clear the zone. Bouncing puck at center ice. Telford battling for it. Sting pick it up. And they'll pass it across ice to the near boards. Skate down. Jump into the near corner of the Flyer zone. It's like Telford and Nickel are battling for it. Comes out the far side. To Andrade. He gets pinched at the center ice. Leaves the puck. Telford picks it up, brings it into the zone. Andrade got a piece of it. Andrade with the backhand to Lunny. Lunny walks in, scores! Flyers' second goal, scored by number 19, Ethan Lunny. .103 to go in the first period. Darling in for the draw. Scrum draw. I think DeCamillo's got a piece of it. He'll send it to the blue line, not in. And Ottawa's in offside. Scrum draw. Picked up by Guglietti. You could see him back on the ice. Guglietti in with the shot. Pad save. Rebound in the far corner. Picked up by the Sting. They'll walk it up. Pass to the blue line and out. Sting interrupted at center ice by DeCamillis. Gets it to Darling. Darling spins. Round 1D. Tries to center it for Guglietti. DeCamillis is there. Just lost an edge. Sting turn it around. Bring it out through their zone. I think the Flyers are going to the box for that one. Yeah, Darling, 2 minutes for Hook. Just under about 23 seconds to go in the period. DeCamillis to take the draw. One by the Sting to the point. Shot. Wide of the net. Rebound out the far side. Played out the blue line. That'll roll down the ice. Sting pick it up in their corner. Behind their net. Pass it up to the half boards. O'Shea's there to keep it in. Along the boards. Second effort by the Sting. Get it out. Blown off the boards, and that'll do it for the period. It's a better first period than yesterday's game. Here we go to start the second period. Felix steps in to take the draw. Bouncing puck, one picked up by the Sting. They played around center ice, passed back to their blue line. Off the far boards. Not quite in the Flyer zone. Sting circle, get over the blue line. Out front, thrown towards the net. Way he gets a stick on it, he'll clear the puck out of the zone. Minute 15 to go on the Flyers penalty. Sting pick up the puck in their zone, spinning in the far corner. Lift it up to the hash marks and they'll skate it out. In through center ice. Felix with a bump. Way gets a good stick in the way, but Sting pick it up. Shot! And they'll bury it. Go Flyers stay out of the box. Back to 5-on-5. Telford steps in to take the draw. Won by the Sting. They'll chip it into the Flyers' end. Sloan with a good stick to break that play up. Gets it to Lunny. Lunny up the far wing. Cross center ice. He'll go to pick up his own puck. Lunny behind. Throws it out front just out of the reach of Andretti. Cleared to the blue line and out by the Sting. At center ice. Telford gets a piece of it at the blue line. Stinger in onside. To the near corner. Thrown off the side of the net. Rebound comes out front. Picked up by Andretti. He's got some room. He'll skate it out of the Flyer zone. Down the wing. Hits the brakes. Throws it backhand. Telford steps her around. Couldn't get the shot off. Telford again. Shot blocked. Played back to the blue line. Kept in by Sloan. Sloan shoots. Shot. And Sting goaltender hold that for a whistle. Darling in for the draw. He'll win it. DeCamillis passes back to Darling. Darling sends it to the corner. Play around behind the net by the Sting. Out over their blue line. In the Flyers zone. Savory with a good stick. Breaks up that play. O'Shea clears the puck out of the zone. Darling with a good reach. Gets it to Guglietti at center ice, but Sting fire back in. O'Shea. Off the far boards to the blue line and out to DeCamillis. DeCamillis down the wing in over the blue line. Carries it to the corner. Gets hauled down. Guglietti with the puck. Comes up with it. Lets one go. Saved in front. Sting kicked that rebound up to their blue line and skated out. Off the boards. Held there by Savory. Darling almost had it. Had a stick check. Sting back in the Flyer zone. Centering pass, intercepted by Darling. Good stick there. Darling takes it out. Cross center ice, just lost it. Gets back to pick it up. Darling to Guglietti at the blue line. Guglietti in. All kinds of pressure, gets the puck in deep. Sting carry it behind their net. Come out the far side. And Guglietti's going to the box for tripping. 11:54 to go in the second period. Ambrosio steps in to take the draw. He'll win it, but picked up by the Sting. Shot wide of the net. Comes to the near corner. Rebound all the way to the Flyers' blue line, not out. Ambrosio to Nickel. Nickel fires out off the boards and sends it down. Ambrosio, he's in. Applying pressure. Played off the boards. Nickel tried to get it to Ambrosio. They just skated into each other. To the blue line and around Mass. Nickel gets a piece of it, sends it back to the Sting blue line. Ambrosio's there. Just tripped over the blue line a little bit. Gets a shot off, just wide. Sting. Back out of their zone. Ambrosio's there to hold it. Gets it to Nickel. Sting fire it down to the Flyers blue line. Way. Sees a bit of room. Fires it down. On target. Easy save. Steered behind the net. Minute left to go on the Flyers penalty. Sting pass it up to their blue line. In the Flyers end. Around one. Backhand. Wide of the net. Rebound out the far side. Sting along the boards to the blue line. They stepped into Felix. Sting back in with the puck. Centering. Tipped in front. Felix with a good stick. Breaks that play up. Felix to Ambrosio, just out of his reach. Didn't have the paces at the end of his shift. Played back to the blue line by the Sting. Way's there. He'll carry it in onside. Way with the shot. Rebound out front. Felix scores! Flyers shorthanded goal scored by number 88, James Felix. Money in for the draw. He'll win it back to Sloan at the blue line. Sloan gets some space and fires it down the ice. Money in on the forecheck. Wins the foot race. Centers it, but nobody's home. Sting back through center ice, in over the blue line. Thrown towards the net. Dippman with a pad save. Rebound out the near side. To the blue line. Shot. Wide of the net. Flyers back to even strength. Played to the blue line. Dumped back in. Telford picks it up along the far boards, and he'll skate it out of the Flyers zone. And over the blue line. In some traffic. It's pinched. Sting pick up the loose puck. Skate it behind their net. To the blue line. Jeffrey Stedman holds it at center ice, fires it off the boards. Picked up by the Sting before it got too deep. Pass to center ice. Jeffrey Stedman's there. He'll turn it off the boards. Linesman gets in the way. Intended for Andrade, but Andrade across to DeCamillis just behind the skate. Telford picks it up at center ice. Brings it into the zone. Tries to play it off the boards to the corner. Picked off by the Sting. Sloan to Andrade. Andrade to DeCamillis. DeCamillis pass intended for Telford just behind him. Telford gets the puck, skates off the boards with it. He'll let a shot go. Pad save. Pass to the blue line. Held at center ice by O'Shea. O'Shea sends it off the glass. Not quite far enough into the zone. Picked up by the Sting. Back to O'Shea. He'll dump it back in the zone. Sting. Clear it to center ice. Telford. Backhand intended for Andrade. He just overskated it. Gets there first and chips it into the corner. Andrade hits the brakes. Back to the blue line. O'Shea sends it to the corner. Picked up by the Sting behind their net. They'll skate it out the other way. Fired down. That's on target. Dittman's there to play it. Gives it to O'Shea coming in. O'Shea in the near corner. Off the boards. Intended for Guglietti. Just out of his reach. Clear to the blue line and out. Nickel. He got it. Guglietti was just offside. 7:43 to go in the second period. Ambrosio in for the draw. Oh, no, sorry, that's Darling. They're switching their lines up on me. Darling won the draw away. Holds the line. Second effort by the Sting. Dumps it in to the far corner. Mass gets there first. He'll hit the brakes. Keep it in the corner. Pass to Darling at the point, or at the hash marks. Darling lifts it to Felix at the blue line. Good pass to Guglietti. Shot saved by Sting. He held it for a half a second too long. Cleared to the center ice. Way off the boards. Gets it into the zone to Darling. Darling chips it to the corner. Get it. Hit the brakes. Guglietti out front. Intended for Felix. Way walks in. Throws it on net. Shot wide. Mass holding the blue line. He'll get there first and keep it in. To Ambrosio. Sorry, Felix. Dumps it behind the net to Guglietti. Guglietti gets bumped. Darling comes in, picks it up. Darling spinning in the near corner. Could have used his point man there. Now he'll throw it. Mass pinches. Gets there first. Holds it along the boards. Felix at the blue line. Just lost it. Sting. Back in the Flyer zone. Odd man rush. 2-on-1. Box out front. Shot missed. Centering attempt. Cleared behind the net by Dittman. Way gets it to the blue line, no further. Sting into some traffic. They're open now. Sting, throw it on net. Loose puck off the side of the net. Dittman will jump on that for a whistle. 6:11 to go in the period. Ambrosio in for the draw. Won by the Sting. Out front, shot wide of the net. Played off the side. Sloan's there. He'll hold it behind the net. Ambrosio steps in to help. Cleared to the near side by the Sting. Off the boards to Nickel. And some pressure. Nickel, Jeffrey Stedman battling along the corner. Sting walk up with it. Shot off the crossbar. DeCamillis takes the man. Ambrosio picks up the puck and skates it out of the zone. In over the blue line. Bit of pressure. Sting cleared out center ice, picked up by Jeffrey Stedman. He'll get the red line and dump it the rest of the way down in the zone. Puck cleared back out by the Sting. Sloan at center ice. He'll fire it in behind the Sting net. Sting misplayed that one. Picked up by Nickel. He'll get it to the point for Sloan. Sloan dumps it back in the corner. That'll go around behind the net to the near side. Passed up to the blue line. The Sting will skate it out. Get the blue line into the Flyer zone. Ambrosio with some pressure. Gets it to Sloan. Sloan's clearing attempt is picked off by the Sting. Nickel gets a bit of an elbow shot. Dittman there with the save. Telford's in for the draw. He'll win it. O'Shea. O'Shea off the boards, intended for Andre, just out of his reach. Thrown towards the net. O'Shea couldn't quite clear it out. Gets a stick on it. Kicks it towards Telford. Telford lifts that to the blue line. Andretti's there to pick it up. He skates around the one and get a little bit of room. Andretti fires it off to the near corner. Settles down behind the net. Sting to the half boards. Back into the blue line, kept in by Savory. Again, off the boards. Around Savory this time. O'Shea. He'll win that foot race. Intended to go off the boards. Went into the Sting bench. Telford steps in for the draw. Won by the Sting. Played back to the blue line. Mishandled. Clearing attempt. Picked up by Lunny. He skates down the wing. Walks out. He's alone. Shoots. And what a save. Gloved down by the Sting goaltender. Telford in for the draw. He'll win it to Mass at the blue line. Mass with the shot blocked in front. Sting cleared to the blue line and out. That puck's rolling. Way gets it back out over the Flyers' blue line. Stinger there to bring it right back in. Shot. Dittman will hold that for a whistle. Darling in for the draw. Won by the Sting. To the point. Played off the near boards. Mass takes his man. Gets it up to Guglietti. He chips it off the boards to himself. He'll go down. Runs into a Sting player. Darling picks up the puck, lets a shot go, scores! Flyers goal, number 39, Hudson Darling. 3:18 to go in the second period. Darling back in for the draw. He'll win it, picked up by the Sting. Back in the Flyers zone. They'll fire it around behind the net to the near corner. Jeffrey Stedman gets a piece of it. Plays it off the boards for Guglietti. Back for Darling. Darling's got some room. Chips it up center ice for Felix. Felix lets a shot go. Chipped in front, goes wide of the net. Guglietti steps around his man. Darling walks into the corner and picks it up. Darling, all kinds of traffic to the blue line. Sloan kept it in onside somehow, but brought out by the Sting. Through center ice. Flyers are bunching up there. Sting pick it up. Shot. Had saved by Dittman. Two and a half minutes to go in the period. Ambrosio steps in for the draw. Bouncing puck. Ambrosio gets it to O'Shea in the corner. O'Shea off the boards. To the point. Cleared, kept in by the Sting. Played across. Savory with a good stick to break up that play. Loose puck in front. O'Shea clears it to the blue line. For DeCamillis, he'll kick it out of the zone. Picked up by the Sting. Played across center ice. Ambrosio just overskated it, gets it through the Sting player and dumps it into the far corner. Sting off the glass to the blue line, kept in by Savory. He'll wind up, let a shot go. Stopped in front by the Sting defenseman. He'll pass it up to the blue line. Sting in over the Flyers zone. Loose puck, shot. Dittman with the save, rebound, steered wide of the net. Ambrosio fires it around the boards to the blue line and out. That's rolling. Nickel, he gets there first, in over the blue line. Bit of pressure shot, saved by the Sting goaltender. They'll pass it up to their own blue line and out. Back in the Flyers zone. Tried to go through O'Shea, he clears it out. Sting have about 12 guys on the ice, no call. Nickel off the boards to the blue line, kept in. Shot from the point. Dittman with the save. Savory. He'll send it out the far side. Still kept in by the Sting. Sting in the far corner. Shot deflected to behind the net. They'll pick it up. Spinning. Centering attempt. Couldn't quite hold on to it. Second effort. Gets it out. Ambrosio. Off the boards. Out the blue line. That's going for icing. Yep. Flyers are making a change. .43 seconds to go in the period. Telford steps in for the draw. He'll win it. Sting pick it up. Back to the blue line. Shot wide of the net. Rebound thrown out front. Shot wide. Maskett's taken into the boards behind the net. Gets the puck to Andrade. Andrade to Telford at center ice. The Sting defender's down. It fell funny. Centering attempt. Telford couldn't get the shot off. Clears it out the far side. And the Sting cleared out over the Flyers bench. Sting player makes it back to the bench. Let's see how he went down, but Telford in for the draw for the Flyers. Just outside the Sting zone. He'll win it. Lunny chips into the zone, picked up, cleared to the blue line, kept in by Telford. Telford, all kinds of pressure, maybe a hook, no call. Sting, back it, try to clear it out. Telford picks it up again, and that'll do it for the period. Here we go, start third period. Darling in for the draw. Scrum draw picked up by Darling. He'll send it to the Sting blue line. Guglietti applying pressure, just couldn't quite hold it. DeCamillis back in the zone, cleared out by the Sting. Puck bounces to center ice, picked up by Darling. He gets stick checked. He'll go after the puck. Along the far corner. Thrown out front, picked up by the Sting, and they'll skate it out of their zone. Sting through center ice. Going over the Flyers' blue line to the near corner. Centering attempt, past everybody. Darling will pick up the puck and skate it out the far boards. Just lost at center ice. Sting, throw it back in the Flyer zone, cleared out. Darling off the boards. That's about as far as that'll go. Sting passes up to the Flyers' blue line. Sloan with a good play off the boards to the blue line into Guglietti. Guglietti takes a shot. Bad save, steers it to the far corner. Darling's there. He'll play it to the point for Jeffrey Stedman. He winds up, lets a shot go. Just off the crossbar. DeCamillis, he'll play it behind the net. To Darling. Darling will hold it there. DeCamillis steps in to help. He'll come up with it. Thrown out front. Jeffrey Stedman along the boards. He'll send it into the far corner. Around behind. Sting played it out the far side again. Back to Jeffrey Stedman. To the corner. Cleared out again by the Sting to center ice. Jeffrey Stedman backhands. Intended for DeCamillis. Over his stick. Played to the blue line. Darling. I guess they called that offside. It might have been close. Ambrosio steps in to take the draw for the Flyers. Scrum draw brought in by Nickel. All kinds of traffic. Gets the puck to Felix. Felix steps around one. Throws it towards the net. Blocked in front before it hit the goaltender. O'Shea back to Felix. Felix gets stripped of it along the far boards. Passed out to the red line. Back in, Sting have it back in the Flyers zone. Good D by Savory to break up that play. The Sting with the puck behind the Flyers goal. Thrown out front, past everybody. Picked up by Nickel. He'll skate it up through center ice. Through the defenders. Nickel walking in, gets taken down. Falls hard on the goaltender, centering pass. Broken up. Ambrosio picks the puck up in the near corner. Ambrosio walks out with it. Shots. Rebound. Felix couldn't get a stick on it. Oh, a slide tackle there. No call. Sting. Take it back down the ice. Shot. Dittman will hold that for a whistle. I think Nickel felt that tackle. 4 Telford off the draw, won by the Sting. They'll throw it towards the net, blocked in front. Way gets a backhand on it to the blue line, kept in by the Sting. Puck settles down behind the Flyers net. Kick to the far corner. Mass chips it up the half boards. Andretti, he shovels it out back to Mass in the corner. Mass gets stick checked. Kinds of bodies. Andretti gets it across to Lunny. Lunny chips it off the boards, comes down the wing. Sting player beat him, but Lunny picks up the puck. Walks to the far corner. Bit of room. Lunny to the point to Mash, just bounced behind his stick. Mash beats that play back check. Sting pick it up at center ice and bring it into the Flyers zone. Centering attempt. Over and behind the net. Sting in the near corner. They'll change directions, come back to the corner. Shot thrown towards the net. Dittman will hold that for a whistle. 11:04 to go in the period. Darling in for the draw. He'll win it to the boards. For DeCamillis, he chips it, gets it to the blue line, not out. Played back off the boards by the Sting. Centering pass, broken up by Jeffrey Stedman. Sloan, to DeCamillis at the blue line. He'll bring it out. Stripped by the Sting, center ice, and they'll dump it back in the Flyer zone. For Stedman, back to the blue line. Stinger in offside. Darling in for the draw. He'll win it clean to Sloan. Sloan off the near boards, center ice. Sting got there first. DeCamillis picks up the loose puck. Skates it into the zone. Stick check, comes to the near corner. DeCamillis takes down his man. Guglietti behind the net. He'll send it to the near corner. Nobody's home. Sting pick it up, fire it out of their zone to center ice. Jeffrey Stedman to Sloan. Sloan dumps it into the opposite corner. Guglietti goes for the chase. Picked up by the Sting. They'll clear it to the half boards. And skated out over the blue line. Sting back in the Flyers zone. Puck trickles wide of the Flyers net. Sting pick it up behind. Get it to Sloan. He gets it to the boards, but not out. Sting stripped of it. Guglietti picks up the loose puck. He'll go for a skate. He's the lone man in. Guglietti drops it there for Darling. Darling lost it in the corner. Sting pick it up, fired off the boards. Ambrosio, shot blocked in front, picked up by Darling. Darling spins, walks around one, shot blocked in front. Cleared to the boards. Savory's there. He'll dump it back in for Darling. Darling gets taken down. Ambrosio takes his man down, and there's no call on that either. Sting clear the puck out. In the Flyer zone. Weak shot. Dittman will cover that. .10:33 to go in the period. Ambrosio was at the draw, won by the Sting. They'll dump it to the far corner. To the blue line, kept in. Thrown out front. Dittman shovels that behind his net. Played off the far boards to the blue line, kept in by the Sting. Ambrosio tries to chip it off the boards. Second effort, he'll get it out. Cross ice to Felix. Felix gets stripped of it at the blue line. Sting turning around. Back in the Flyer zone. Shot. Dittman gloves that one down. Ambrosio back in for the draw. Won by the Sting to the blue line. Shot blocked in front. Bouncing puck. Sting couldn't get a stick on it. Backhand towards the net. Pad save by Dittman. Rebound to the far corner. Thrown out front. Bouncing puck to the blue line. Kept in. Sting to the point. Will fire it in towards the net. Picked off by Ambrosio. Ambrosio in over the blue line. Thrown towards the net. High. Steered to the corner. Played around the near boards. Hops over a stick. Flyers defense are backed up off the line. They couldn't pressure it. Played around. Backhand. Centering attempt. Cleared to the blue line. Kept in. Thrown towards the net. Steered wide to the point. Dumped back into the corner by the Sting. Way off the boards. Felix over the blue line. Skates through center ice. Gives it to Nickel. Nickel walks in. He's got an avenue. Shot off the mask. Rebound comes out the near side. Sting pick it up and skate it out through neutral ice. Back in the Flyer zone. Shot wide of the net. Rebound out the far side. Centering attempt. Picked up by Way. He'll get it to Felix. Felix in over the blue line. Just lost the puck. Cleared back. Kept in by Andrade. Andrade. He'll let a shot go. Tipped high over the net. Rebound to the half boards up the far side. Cleared to the blue line and out. Sting through neutral ice. Dump it into the Flyers zone. Sloan gets it to the blue line and out. DeCamillis, he's in alone. Shot high over the net. Telford pinched at the boards. Hops over a stick. The Sting pick it up and take it out of the zone. Stretch pass into the Flyers' end. Weak shot blocked in front by Sloan. To DeCamillis in the skates. Wasn't sure where it is. Telford helps out. Gets it to the far boards. Clear to the blue line and out. A bit of a delayed offside, but Telford in for the draw. Flyers blue line, won by the Sting. Pass back to center ice. Off the boards, and they'll carry it into the Flyer zone. Thrown towards the net, way wide. Backhanded to the near corner. Sloan's there, battling. He bumps his man. Loose puck along the boards, picked up by the Sting. They spin. Off the boards, picked up by Telford. Telford brings it in over the blue line, drops it there. Nobody's following. The D were changing. Cleared out of the zone by the Sting. DeCamillis gets a piece of it, slowing down at center ice. Savory off the boards. Just in the Sting zone, they'll clear it out. Jumped in. O'Shea picks up the puck, fires it up to Lunny. Has that bounce over his stick. Clearing attempt off the stick of Telford. Up to Lunny. Lunny with the shot. He scores! Flyers goal scored by number 19, Ethan Lunny. 6:32 to go in the period. Darling steps in to take the draw. Scrum draw picked up by Guglietti. He'll get that to Felix. Felix to Darling. Darling's alone. Shoots off the goalie mask again. Guglietti's there for the rebound in the near corner. Battling. Felix steps in to help. Loose puck comes up. Felix. He'll keep it there. Sends it out to Guglietti just out of his reach. Sting fired out the far side. Up to their blue line and skated out. Center or stretch pass blocked by Savory. Second effort dumped into the near corner of the Flyer zone. O'Shea, he sends it around the boards. Guglietti gets pinned. Sting walk up with it. They're out front. Shot saved by Dittman. Loose puck cleared out to the near corner. He'll wind up. Weak shot. Dittman with the save. Guglietti with the puck. He spins, stripped by the Sting. Sting walk out through the middle. Loose puck picked up by Guglietti. He'll go down the ice, gets stick checked at center ice. And bodies are flying everywhere. Sting with the puck deep in the Flyers' end. Darling, Guglietti on the board. Sting walk out with it. Flyers are out of position. Shot. I think that missed the net. Savory along the near boards. Gets it to Guglietti at the blue line. He lost it. Kept in by the Sting. Going towards the net. Wide to the near corner. Played behind to the far side by the Sting. Guglietti. Stretch pass. Picked up by the Sting. Darling was there. Couldn't quite hold it. Felix in his own zone. Keeps the Sting off of it. Darling picks it up, skates through neutral ice. In over the blue line. Steps around the defenders. Backhand blocked in front. Darling with the puck. Centers it the way. Way lets one go. Shot. Scores! Flyers goal, number 14, Austin Way. 4:18 to go in the period. Ambrosio in for the draw. Scrum draw, bounce, picked up by the Sting, back in the Flyers zone. Round 2, 3, shot, wide of the net. Mass keeps the puck in the corner, gets it up to Ambrosio. Bit of pushing and shoving. Ambrosio skates up through neutral ice. Stick check, coming to the near corners. Sting pick it up, play it behind their net. Hits the brakes, comes out the near side. Ambrosio leads with the cross check. Sting with the puck. Nickel gets run down. Played to the near corner. There's a bit of pushing and shoving going on here now. Sting up through center, neutral ice. Pass to the Flyers blue line. Stop there. Up to Ambrosio. He just gets stripped of it at the Flyers blue line. Mass spins. Gets it to the boards. To the blue line and out. Sting pick it up at center ice. Bodies are starting to fly everywhere here. The ref's got to get control of this. And looks like Ambrosio's going to the box. .49 to go in the period. What are we doing? Lunny takes the draw. Flyers clear it out down the ice. Lunny, he's got the pace. Lunny wins the foot race, gets the puck behind the net, walks out with it, and the goaltender recover it. Running clock. Lunny back in for the draw for the Flyers. Scrum draw, Lunny comes up with it, lets a shot go wide off the side of the net. Sting spinning in their zone. They'll pass up to the blue line and skate it out. Up to center ice. Jeffrey Stedman with a good stick, keeps the puck out of the Flyers' end. Played in over the blue line. Sting with the shot. Pad save, or blocker save. Second shot goes wide of the net. Sting with the puck. Centering pass. Just under the Sting stick out the point. Shot. Pad save, or stick save by Dittman. Puck in the near corner. Sting tried to walk out with it. Lunny, he'll fire that down the boards. 1 minute to go in the period. Puck settles down behind the Sting net. He'll play it out the far side. Passed out over their blue line into the skates. Sting back in the Flyer zone. Good stick by by Telford, sorry. Puck in the far corner. Rolls behind the Flyers net. Sting with it. O'Shea battling in the corner. Picked up by Felix. Off the boards to the blue line, kept in. Felix picks it up. Comes into their neutral ice. Felix with the puck. He's got some room. He gets hauled down, no call. Darling with the puck to the point, kept in by O'Shea. Sting pushing pretty hard along the boards. 5 seconds to go in the game. Sting walk up through center ice. In over the blue line. Good stick by O'Shea to clear that off the stick. That'll do it for the game.